I showed up with $10 million cash, heading deep into the mountains to buy top-grade cherries. But right as we were about to load up, the farmers all jacked up the price, backed out on everything we'd agreed on, and straight up said they'd let it all rot on the trees before selling to me. Mr. Dong, the going rate right now is 80 a pound, but you're only offering 30 a pound. That's straight up robbery. Hey, Mr. Dong, this is Hao Wei, Mrs. Wang's son-in-law. He's college educated, knows his economics. Today he's here to negotiate on everyone's behalf. I looked around and saw all the familiar farmers hiding behind Hao Wei, eyes darting away. Something was off. This wasn't just about money. The contracts are signed, the price is locked in. What's there even to talk about? But I kept a smile on my face. We're on a tight schedule. We need to get these trucks loaded while it's still cool out. Whatever you want to say, let's talk after. Hold it! Mrs. Wang burst through the crowd, arms spread wide, blocking the crates. I dare anyone to touch my cherries! Mrs. Wang, what is going on? We have a signed contract. Black and white, delivery today, cash on the spot. Are you seriously backing out? Contract? Hao Wei let out a smug laugh. Don't try to scare these good people with some piece of paper. This is a free market. Everything runs by market rules. Ask anyone. What's top-grade cherries going for? Online, it's hitting 80 a pound. Some places even 100. One farmer quietly pulled out his phone and shoved a price screenshot in my face. You hear that, Mr. Dong? The price you're offering is pretty lowball, don't you think? I was frustrated, but I stayed calm. Look, that's not how the math works. First, that's retail at high-end grocery stores, not farm gate pricing. Second, business runs on integrity. A month ago, when you were scared the cherries would ripen before you could move them, I was the one who guaranteed your floor price. Where was all this free market talk back then? And to make sure your cherries got out of these mountains in one piece, I pointed at the road beneath us. I put up $200K of my own money to build this road. I donated the rainproof greenhouse covers too. If we're talking free market, shouldn't all that count toward the cost? You did that on your own. Nobody asked you to. You chose to do it. That's your sunk cost. What does that have to do with our cherries? I stared at Mrs. Wang in disbelief. A month ago, she was just a humble farmer nodding and saying, "Thank you, boss," to everyone. Now she's throwing around terms like sunk cost. I turned and locked eyes with Hao Wei. Did you teach her that? I'm just helping the locals understand the basics, so they don't get played by shady businessmen and end up counting someone else's money. And Mr. Dong, don't use the road as a bargaining chip. That road makes it easier for your own trucks to get in and out too, doesn't it? Bottom line, you built it for yourself. Enough talk. Either you pay 25 a pound or you're not taking a single one. You want to load up? Then pay the going market rate. How much? Out of respect for the road you built, we won't ask full price, 30 a pound, not 1 cent less. Hao Wei held up 3 fingers and waved them in my face. 30? Right now, even top double J grade cherries are going for 20 a pound at the source. You're asking 30 out of nowhere. That's extortion. Say whatever you want. The cherries are in our hands. Your 15 refrigerated semis go home empty. Fuel and cooling costs alone, you're looking at losing tens of thousands. And the breach of contract penalty? Oh wait, actually your contract is fundamentally unfair. We'd probably win in court too. He leaned in close and dropped his voice. Boss, take these cherries back. Put them in premium gift boxes. Sell them for 200 a pound easy. Just toss us a little cut. Is that really too much to ask? Don't be too greedy, you might choke on it. I stared hard at Hao Wei's calculating face, then slowly turned to village chief Zhang Fuhai. Is that how you feel too? Mr. Dong, nobody's got it easy. And the market really did go up. Just be generous about it. 30 a pound isn't that big a deal for you, is it? Not a big deal? I'd actually already prepared 28 a pound. But now, standing in front of people who took my goodwill for weakness and my investment as something they were owed, I felt like I'd been feeding a pack of wolves. The anger was building in my chest, but I swallowed it back down. I'm a businessman. I don't just calculate profits, I calculate emotional costs too. Walking away now would be a waste of these cherries, so I took a deep breath and slowly pulled the contract out of my inside pocket. 30 is absolutely off the table, but I get it. The late frost hit hard, emotions are running high. I'll meet you halfway. Hao Wei's eyes lit up. He let out a little smirk, thinking I'd finally caved. I'm being reasonable here. 28 a pound, that's my final offer. The extra $3, call it goodwill. Load up now, cash on delivery. At that point in the market, 28 was genuinely the top buyout price. I thought I'd given them more than enough of an out. Any sensible person would have taken it. But I underestimated how greedy people can get. 28? That's what you pay a beggar. Hao Wei said it himself. These are worth 30. You're offering 28? That's cold-blooded. Mr. Dong, you're playing games with us. 30, not a penny less. No sincerity? Then get out. We'll keep the cherries and sell them ourselves on livestream. We'll go for 60. Oh, and don't be jealous. Shady businessmen, get out of Cherry Village. Get out! The crowd was whipped into a frenzy. Some even started shoving my truck drivers. I looked at these people, faces twisted with rage, and suddenly the stacks of cash in the trunk felt almost laughable. Back when the mountain roads were a mess, the locals couldn't get their cherries out every year. They'd watch them rot on the trees, barely scraping 10 a pound if they were lucky. When I found out, I put in my own money, my own people, got the road built, and offered 25 a pound to buy everything. Knowing how easily cherries bruise and spoil, I specially ordered a batch of high-density foam trays with individual cushion slots for each cherry. I also custom-ordered thousands of insulated EPS boxes with built-in ice pack liners. I had all of it shipped to the village early, gave it all to them, free of charge. Then out of nowhere, a rare late frost and hailstorm hit the whole country. Major cherry regions up north got wiped out, production cut in half. But Cherry Village, because of where it sits, tucked between 2 mountains with a valley running through, the surrounding hills blocked the cold air and hail. Not only did the village come out unscathed, the big temperature swings between day and night made the cherries sweeter and plumper than ever. By now, the market price had already hit 25 a pound, so I made a call. I had my finance team prep cash at 28 a pound. Boss, the contract says 25 or we're giving up hundreds of thousands here. Play the long game. This is how you buy loyalty. Let them know that rolling with me pays off. I thought doing right by people would earn trust in return. Turns out I was just being naive. Fine. Then sell it yourselves. I nodded, slowly folded the contract and slipped it back into my pocket. I turned to face all the drivers. No anger left on my face, just a cold, dead calm. All units, load up. We're heading back to the city. Little Jung stood there frozen, nearly dropped his walkie-talkie. Boss, we're actually leaving? That's 15 refrigerated trucks. Fuel and cooling already ran us dry. Maybe try one more round. These cherries are top shelf. We could flip them the second we get back. No more negotiating. Little Jung, remember this. In business, you can always earn back lost money. But if people walk all over you and you still have to smile and take it, you'll never stand tall again. Execute the order. Yes, sir. All units, pack it up back to the city. This clearly caught everyone off guard. They figured I'd fold on the spot, that I'd be like a snake someone had by the throat, with no choice but to agree to that outrageous 30 a pound. After all, who walks away from hundreds of thousands already sunk into roads and packaging? Hao Wei immediately lost it and charged at me, jabbing his finger in my face. Mr. Dong, you dare walk out? You leave today. You can get on your knees and beg later. We still won't sell to you. I stopped, turned around, and looked at him the way you look at a clown. I'll remember every word you said today, whether I'm the one who did wrong or you all did. That's between you and God. Don't bring God into this, and we're just standing up for ourselves. I gave a cold smile. Fine. If you think you can sell 60 on livestream, then I wish you all the best. That kind of luck, I'm not cut out for it. Keep it for yourselves. All units, on the trucks, back to the city. Yes, sir, all trucks back to the city. I got in the car and didn't look back. The moment the convoy disappeared around the mountain pass, Cherry Village erupted in cheers like they'd just won the Super Bowl. The second I left, Hao Wei jumped up on the village committee's flatbed truck. Hao Wei, you're the man! You ran off that big shot boss! Right? Our cherries are this crispy, this sweet. No way we can't sell them. Let's go! Hao Wei's a legend. Live stream time. Sell it 60, no, make it 80. That afternoon, Cherry Village felt like New Year's.